UW Health is celebrating the 40th anniversary of its first pediatric liver transplant. In our Sunday morning spotlight, Ellie Nakamoto-White introduces us to the woman who made headlines and reports from Watertown on the journey that defied all odds.
Yeah, here, this is the one.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
I definitely remember that.
But for Tanya Ohm
1984.
and her aunt, Darcy Zietlow,
This was me before my braces.
these memories
Here's our story.
are priceless.
It means life for me.
Another chance at life back in March 1984. Then Darcy was a 17-year-old star athlete who had just helped win the state basketball tournament. But everything would change just 5 months later.
I had gained close to 100 pounds in the summer from my liver not working, and I was very sick.
That illness finally landed her in a Madison hospital,
There was a lot of poking and prodding for 5 days.
where she was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder,
I was diagnosed with Wilson disease on a Friday and told I needed a liver transplant.
an operation that at the time hadn't been done at the UW Health Center, and that made it, well, scary.
When I had mine, there wasn't anything. They were learning. They told me that I was their guinea pig. Like, ooh.
But determined, Darcy and her medical team pushed forward.
The doctors at Madison talked whatever they had to talk to get the liver for me, and it saved my life.
And after a tough 9-day stay in the ICU,
I'll never forget, in one day I lost 17 pounds because there was so much fluid in me.
Zietlow would go on to become UW Health's first successful pediatric liver transplant recipient, making front page headlines.
She truly does live for the day.
A story that inspires her niece
It was huge to know that I had somebody to look up to who I've been close to my whole life.
who 20 years after Darcy's procedure
Felt like such a blur.
would find herself in the same scary spot at the age of 16.
I was told when we got walked into the hospital that day when we were in the transplant surgeon's office, you need a transplant and you need it now.
Those with Wilson's disease can't metabolize copper, the genetic disease affecting 1 in 30,000.
If the disease is not treated, the patients actually can suffer severe liver failure and can die from severe liver failure.
Dr. Dave Foley is the surgical director of UW Health's liver transplant program.
And to see the impact that Darcy has had, not only in her personal career, but also in the community and advocating for liver transplantation. It's just an amazing story.
Darcy was patient 0. Tanya was patient 1,377.
We've always been close, but I think going through situations like this, it's something that nobody else really understands, and having that in her has been such a comfort and a blessing in my life.
Now, decades later, these two survivors
You've got to fight for that blessing that you've been given to continue living your life.
are surrounded by family
It's been a roller coaster ride.
at Darcy's Watertown home,
We're lucky because she made it through it and now we're here.
bonded not only by blood, but by strength and hope.
You have to want it. You have to want to live.